Hey everybody, the Arthur of Gaming here. Today we're going to take a look at Wizkids Warlock tiles. And in this video, I'm going to show you some tips and tricks on how to use your Warlock tiles to maybe make it a little bit easier on you, to maybe speed it up for you, just in general make your life easier when using the Warlock tiles. So a few of the big things that I've heard on the internet from people, their knocks against the Warlock tiles are not the tiles themselves, not the way they look, not any of that kind of stuff. It's putting them together and getting them on the table efficiently. So, after having used the Warlock tiles for a while, I decided I'm going to put together a video and give you guys some tips and tricks that I figured out. So we're going to go with a lot of different things here, and we're going to take a look. So let's dive right in. The first thing I do with my Warlock tiles is I pair them up. I create little 3D tiles of a wall and a floor together like this. So here you go. I got a wall, I got a floor. They're already connected. I store them in boxes like this. And I have a bunch of Warlock tiles here, all stored in boxes. And that's how I store them. Now, doing that, it speeds things up for you. So you're going to be able to throw them on the table faster, get to work playing faster by using the tiles. However, by doing that, here's our box. Here's our town square box. If you've bought any of the tiles, you know they are all arranged beautifully in this box. And this box holds a lot of tiles, a lot. So by doing my method, you speed things up for yourself, but you lose the compact storage that you get with the Warlock boxes. So that's one little negative, that you do lose your compact storage, but I think most people were okay losing some storage to increase their time and everything. Another thing is, if you know the Warlock tiles, let's just take this one here. You know that they have 3 sets of holes. If you see right here, boom, 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 these 3 holes where you can put the little clips in. The little dragon bite clips or warlock clips. I think they're called warlock clips, little warlock clips. There's also dragon bite clips in the box if you want to make these compatible with dragon lock terrain. So the warlock clips clip in to the tiles. Now, there are 3. For maximum stability, you could put 3 clips into each piece and then connect them together. By doing that, they're very, very stable. However, I find 3 is difficult to manage, so I use 2. I use the outside 2, with an exception, which I'll tell you later on in this video. The other thing is, for maximum stability, the yellow clips are very hard to deal with. So these are the original clips. They now have these new clips, which are blue, and they are like a softer rubbery plastic, so they're easier to put in and out of the tiles. Much easier to use, and we're going to use both in my scenario. So for the quote permanent tiles that I put together like these, use yellow clips. Use 2 yellow clips, put them together like this. They stay together really easy. When you're tearing them apart, when you connect multiple tiles together, which I'll show you in a minute, the yellow clips don't come apart as easy as the blue clips, so they stay together better. Also, tip number 2. When putting them together, whether you're using the yellow clips or the blue clips, rocking the tiles works best. So you kind of put them together like this, and you kind of push one side in first, then the other side, and then you can push, a side and a side, and they go together much, much easier than when you're just trying to shove them together. Tip number 2. So 2 clips, yellow clips for your quote permanent pieces together. For your not permanent pieces together, I'll show you here. We're going to take blue clips. So here we got blue clips. We can, again, maximum sturdiness. Let's put 2 in here, right? So boom, 2. And you can rock these 2. These go in better when you rock them. And then you just take another piece and you bang, clip it together. See how much easier the blue clip was to put together than the yellow clips. And then when you pull on them, they come apart, bang, apart. Blue clips are much, much easier. So we got these pieces together. You see, like they're not very floppy, right? 2 clips. Now, if we were to put 1 clip in here, you'll see less stable, much floppier. See how it flops? Comes apart easier. So 2 clips. If you want it stable, 2 clips is better. Put them together. Bang. Much more stable. Now, that's fast. Putting together a couple clips is fast. Tip number 3. You don't always need clips. If you have terrain on the table, like this, you can just, now that you have these set with a wall and a floor together, you can just put these on the table like this, and you can just make a room, and boom, be done with it. There you go, room. Throw your minis in there, you can play. You can make this like a corner if you wanted to, and have an opening on that side over there. Boom, put your minis in, go. Quick, right? 10 seconds, throw some pieces on the table, you're good to go. Which is good if you're DMing and you have all your terrain next to the table and you want to build on the fly. Like if you got a massive sprawling dungeon and you're not sure which rooms the players are going to go into and you don't have a lot of Warlock terrain. So if you don't have so much Warlock terrain that you can build an entire sprawling dungeon and have it off the table in like another room, which I'll tell you about later, then this is your best bet. Just throw the pieces together on the table quickly. Boom, you're going. Yes, someone could knock it and move everything out of the way, but maybe play with players who have a dexterity higher than 7, and you won't have to worry about that too much. But it's fast, it's quick and easy. So the other option is, if you have a lot of Warlock tiles, or you only plan to do some battles in certain rooms, or you have a smaller dungeon. Maybe you have a dungeon that only has 3-4 rooms in it, and you have enough tiles to build all those rooms. Then your other option is, let's put your pieces together, fly them in off the table, and surprise your players instead of having a massive sprawling dungeon on your table or throwing together your map as you go. And so let's show you that right now. So what we can do here is, we'll take this example here. Actually, I'm going to take an example of just a square room, or a rectangular room actually. So a rectangular room like this, we'll do a quick little 2x3. It's got a door, maybe it's some sort of storeroom or something, who knows. Let's put this together using the Warlock tiles. Now, remember, for this, we are not using yellow clips, right? Our yellow clips are done. We've put together our pieces in a wall and floor combo. So any clips I use are going to be blue clips, the easy clips, as they call them. And they are much easier clips. So I'm going to take these pieces. I'm going to show you on big camera here. So take these pieces. I'm going to take 3 pieces at a time. We're going to throw clips into them. Right, bang, bang, 2 clips. We're going to throw upside down a piece together, bang, and then we're going to throw 2 clips in here, and then we're going to throw our other piece on here, bang. Okay, so there you go. Now, tip number 3, build in rows or columns, and then connect your rows and columns together. Because what you cannot do, let me see, where do I got this? Let's see. One of my pieces together. What you cannot do is take an angle piece like this, and you can't, fix my clip first here, you cannot put pressure to the right and down at the same time to clip this in. So whereas Wizkids makes these nice corners, which look nice, they work well, they're not as stable unless once you get them together, they're not as stable because the one side has no connection on it. So this one side here has no clip connection, whereas this side has 2 clips, this side has 0 clips. So it's a little less stable. It's still pretty stable. I mean, it's not flopping around. It's still pretty stable. but you can't put pressure on both sides to connect them together. So that's why we build in rows or columns, however you want to look at it. And then once we have a row and another row, we put them together. So I'm going to put this row back on the table. I'm going to take our other row, and we're going to build this out. So I'm going to grab me some more clips here. I got a bunch of clips. And that Wizkids gives you, in any of the new sets, like the Town Square set, you'll see the new sets, they say, now with easy clips. So if you see the now with easy clips, those are the light blue clips. So we're going to do the same thing here, right? We're going to put 2 clips in. We're going to take a piece. Bang. We're going to take 2 more clips. 2 more clips. We're going to put a piece. Make sure I'm putting it the right way. Bang. Pop together. The blues all pop together nice and easy. There we go. So now we have 1/2 of a room, 2/2 of a room, and now we just have to put these 2 pieces together. So much easier to do. So we're going to take 1/2 our room. Again, I'm going to go with 2. Now, with the easy clips, the blue clips, you can get 3 in here pretty easily. So you can pop 3 in. It's a little harder to do with the yellow clips, but with the blue clips, you can manage to see if I can get it where you can see better. With the blue clips, it's a little easier to do. So you could do 3. I think it's just a waste of time. I don't think you necessarily need 3 clips in it. So we're going to go with just 2 right down the row or column, however you want to look at it. Building a line, I guess. So here we go. We got all of our clips, right? Bang, all of our clips. We then take our other piece, which is another row or column. We put these, line them up. This is also pretty easy to do on a table. If you want to just put them like this on a table, let me show you. Right? So you got this like on a table. You can put them here, and then you can just clip them together, right? A little hard to do when it's a little further away from me. But clip them together like that. Bang, room is together. Now, the thing with this is, you got this room. Now, it's pretty sturdy. It's pretty durable. This is without furnishings. So this whole thing changes if you're going to furnish the room with barrels and boxes and that sort of thing, which I do show you in another video coming up, that I have some dungeon dressings you can put in there. And let me tell you, putting dressings in your terrain makes it look so much better. I can't express that enough to you, how much it just really does make it pop when you put beds or, you know, barrels and crates and all this stuff in here. So yes, this does make it a little more difficult if you're putting beds and barrels and stuff in here and moving it off the table to the table. Adds a little level of difficulty. You can still do it. You can put stuff in there and kind of gently pick it up and move it and set it down without too much problem. You can maybe use some sort of a terrain tray or something underneath it while you're walking it from another room. But what I've done often is take rooms like this, have them pre-made in another room. Off my game room, I have a spare bedroom. I usually keep them in there, put them on the bed. And then when my players enter the room, I get up from the table, walk to the room, grab the piece that I want, walk in, and boom, set it down on the table like that. And bang, now they get to play in the room, right? Pretty quick and easy, makes it nice. This is pretty sturdy. Now, let's do a similar room. Let me see, I want to grab the exact same room for the most part, so I can show you 4 corners. Okay, 4 corners, 2 sides, got it. Okay, so I'm going to show you the same exact room, except I'm only going to use 1 clip. So when you use 1 clip, put them in the center of the 3, 1 clip. Now, the bonus to 1 clip is much faster to build, right? Now we're only worrying about 1 clip per tile. You know, maybe you don't have a lot of clips. Maybe you've run out of clips or something because you've built so much stuff that you need more clips or more less, you're running out of clips, so you need less clips. So you can do kind of a, again, build in a row slash column, whichever one. So the thing with this is, look, see how it's sagging already? So you get the sag. So if we take our other room apart here with the 2 clips, which again, not that hard to take apart, you're still getting a little bit of sag, but not as much as here. So you're still getting a little bit. The more you put it together, the more sturdy it is, believe it or not, because there's more clips and more stuff happening. So put these together. Again, putting them together on a table, I find is much easier. Once you get them together, they're a little more sturdy, as you can see. But see, with just 1 clip, they're even less sturdy. So now we have our 1 clip and our 1 clip, and then we can put, again, 1 clip in each one, right in the center. Right, and then we can take this and bang, bang, bang. Really easy to put together. It is a little flimsy though. Like you can see it rocks and it's a little bit flimsy. Still, you can still pick it up. You can still, like, it's not falling apart, and you can take it and you can drop it on the table. However you want to do that, but it's much less sturdy. So that's what you get there. It's less sturdy, but much faster to put together. As you saw, just throwing 1 clip in each one was pretty fast. And now this, when you put this on the table, right? If your players with their 7 dexterity hit it, it moves the whole thing. Unlike when we saw before, if we just have a room full of these guys here, I'm going to throw some circles in here just because I have them on my desk here. I'll put some angles as well. So, you know, if this is our room and I go to move my mini and I go like this, oh, there goes the entire room, right? Whereas with these, you know, if I have my 7 dexterity and I go to, you know, move my mini and I hit it, the whole room goes. So at least 1 clip gives you some stability there in that case. So remember, 1 clip, fast. Much faster than 2 clips, but 2 clips is much more sturdy. So if you're going to take it from another room or something and bring it in, much more sturdy. So that is your Warlock tiles. That is my best, what I got for you for tips and tricks. One other one I want to do for you, though, is a corner. Now, you saw me make a corner with the corners. And I want to show you a corner that you actually make a corner. All right, so let me take apart a couple things. I didn't build one of these. That's okay. I like showing you guys how to take things apart and put them together on the fly. All right, so again, if we're going to build a corner. So now if you've used all these corners, let me give you one of these corners here that we got. Right, easy to rip these apart with only 1 clip in them. So remember, these corners a little flimsy because you can't put pressure on both sides, so clips only go on 1 side. They do give the option to build a corner. So you have a piece like this that you put together, again, your quote permanent piece that you put together, that I've put together. You can add a wall, bang, right? So we're going to do that. And remember, this is a permanent piece, so I'm going to use my yellow clips. Yellow clips, nobody's friend, the yellow clip, right? So we're going to put this in here. Right, so again, the clips are hard to put in, and they do take some getting used to. Your fingers can get a little bit sore putting these yellow clips in, which is why I kind of clipped them all together a long time ago. I actually used some pliers to clip in the yellows, believe it or not, and it made it a lot easier. I took a pair of pliers and it made it really easy to do. And if you're not taking them apart and doing the yellow clips all the time, it's not a big deal. So then you just add this wall, right? Again, push on 1 side first, and then drop it down, kind of rock it together, makes it much easier to put in. And then they have these little corner posts, and these just go right in here. Bang, now we got a corner. Now this corner, much more durable, right? Much more stable. You see it doesn't flop like this one does. Let me get to the right side here, right? Because we got no connection on 1 side. So you see how the floor flops down? See how the floor here doesn't flop down, right? So these are much more sturdy and stable corners, but they use a lot more resources, right? So we're using 2 walls, we're using a corner piece, we're using a floor, and we're using 4 clips in this case. So that is a much more stable piece. However, we're using a lot more resources. So it just kind of depends on how you feel. But if you even throw this, this is our 1 clip room, right? Throw this in our 1 clip room. And you can even just see like this piece is just much more sturdy. Like you can see this other corner piece is kind of flopping around. You see this one over here flopping around. This piece doesn't do that, doesn't come apart. So I tend to like to use and make my own corners for the most part, just much better as far as I am concerned. Another thing that I wanted to show you. So if you're going to use the thin walls, so if you've seen any of the Warlock tiles, they have these nice little thin walls. These walls go, let me see if I can put them on the other camera. These walls go in between, like interior walls. They don't have to be 5 foot thick, so to speak. Now, here's our build with 2 clips. Here's our build with 2 clips, right? All our 2 clips in here. You cannot use these walls with the 2 clips. So what happens is, what these tiles do is, let me just build another wall here really quick. Piece, again, super quick to put together. This is a 2 clip. If you see, this one here, 2 clips, right? Put it down here. There you go, 2 clips. Put together here. So what these pieces do is go between the tiles. But with 2 clips, you can't put the piece in there. You see, you can't put the piece in there. Let's go over to the other camera. Let's switch to the other camera and show you. Move this stuff out of the way. So with 2 clips, you can't put this piece between here, right? That's where the 1 clip comes in. So if you're going to be using interior, I just fixed my thing. I clipped it with only 1 clip. If you can see right here, we got 1 clip. Put this together. Bang. Now with 1 clip, we can put that right in there. As long as you put the clip in the center, then what happens is the piece, if you can see, has 2 little metal pieces that stick down from it, and those can straddle the clip. So the clip would come in here between it. So they can straddle the clip, and now bang, here I have a nice little interior wall. So let's take our room here. We got this room that we put together before, our 1 clip room. So let me show you something too while I'm thinking about it. So let's put 1 clip together, 1 clip room here. So here's my super corner that I made, right? 1 clip it to a regular piece, and then we'll 1 clip that piece to one of the not super corners. I only have 1 super corner made right now. Right, so here we go. This is another side. And remember, we put 2 pieces together. Now, if we don't do this, if we just do these 2, I want to show you the whole trying to put it together, right? So we take these, bang, we push these together. Good. Now, how do we get this piece in here? Like you can't put it in the center and also kind of put it to the side at the same time. So that's why I'm saying you build them in 2 separate rows like this. And you take these 2 rows and you put them together. Bang, room together. Perfect, right? Now, so now that we have this room, let's go back to our other camera so we can see it, the table a little bigger. Right, now we have this. Right, we got this here. We can plop these inner walls in. Right, and they also have doors. Now, the doors don't open, so they are doors. Thin wall doors. They don't open, but they are a door. So if you want to do something like this, Bang. Now here we got like a room, you know, with a thin wall, put it together. Perfect. Maybe this is like a stables or something, and back over here is like a little office, and they go through here, and there's, you know, a horse in here or something. I don't know who would have metal stable or stone stables, but you know, who knows? Maybe someone rich. But that's what you can do with the thin walls. So remember, with the double clip room, this is my double clip room. There's 2 clips in there. I cannot put the thin walls in there. I mean, you kind of can, but they're going to fall apart. They're not going to stay in there very well. You could kind of put it, so kind of try to put it between the clips, but you really can't do it. It just doesn't go in. So for interior walls, 1 clip. If you're not going to do interior walls and you want more stability, you can use 2 clips, which I tend to use 2 clips, except when I'm doing, obviously, inner walls. When I do an inner wall, then I switch it back over to 1 clip. So that is that. I think that's about all I see on a regular basis that I wanted to talk to you guys about today. Again, just some little tips and tricks, things you can do with your Warlock terrain to make it a little easier for you. Again, don't be afraid to just throw stuff on the table and just go with it. You don't have to clip it all together. Just clip a wall and a floor together like this. Throw them on the table, build them, makes it much faster, easier to go. If you want more stability because your players have dexterity of 7, you might want to put 1 clip in there. So at least if they hit it, it moves the whole thing and doesn't just knock the whole thing scattered around. Or if you're moving it from another room and you want to bring it in, 2 clips, boom, do it all. Remember, yellow clips for your permanent pieces, right? These are what I call my permanent pieces, a floor and a wall together. Yellow clips, very stable, don't come apart easily. Blue clips for when you're just throwing things together temporary basis. So I think that's it. Again, guys, it says Wizkids Games, Warlock tiles. These were the dungeon tiles. I have a bunch of other ones that I'm going to be showing off on my YouTube channel. As always, please, guys, follow me on Instagram. Follow me everywhere at the Arthur of Gaming. Like this video if you like it. Give me some comments. Let me know what other kind of stuff you guys want to see. You know, subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. Hey everyone, Arthur Gaming here. After credits scene. I'm just like Marvel. I'm big production. This is a big thing. Actually, I just forgot something and I wanted to show it to you. So in the box with some of the tiles, like the Warlock dungeon tiles or the Warlock tavern tiles, they have some of these big tiles, which are one piece, one big piece. They don't come apart, and you cannot put the interior walls in them. However, I was just about to build something bigger and use this and realized I had a harder time building with it, so I wanted to show you guys. So my original thought was, like I do with anything else, let's put my 1 clip in here. Bang. My 1 clip over here. Bang. Because I'm going to put this together with this, right? And I'm going to build it like I would, like I told you, building in rows or columns. I'm going to put this together. But then, how do I get stuff in here? Exactly. So the thing you have to pay attention to is where you build your columns and rows. So I'm going to take this apart. So with this, I'm going to need to put these 2 pieces together first. I'm just using 1 clip here for speed. So build these together first, and then take your big tile, clip them together, and now bang, I got one like this. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to clip these 2 together like this, and then I'm going to clip these into this bigger tile, and then I'm going to take this and, like I said, building in rows, clip this together, boom, and that's how it's going to work. So just a little thing to notice that there are big ones like the square one. There are also some longer ones like this where you may have to build a little bit differently, and you may have to figure out your rows a little bit differently so that you can put them together. So just a little extra tip and trick. Throw it on the end. Little after credit scene. Take care, guys. Be safe.